How's it going, everyone? It's your boy, Game Vlogger. I'm sorry, yes, you too. That is fucking cringe as shit. But yeah, no, we were chilling today, and we were playing some comp CS:GO, and we got shit bored. We had nothing to do, and then Kyra came up with the idea of do a fucking podcast. And we're like, you know what? It's not a bad idea. Do a podcast. So how you lot been today, boys?
Just been chilling, as usual. Can't do much because of COVID.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
What about you guys? How you been?
I've just been watching YouTube, chilling, hanging out with a couple of friends, and that's it. Yeah.
Fair enough, lad.
How have you been? That's the real question.
I've been alright. I've had my few ups and downs at life, but at the moment, I've actually been having a good few ups. And also, me being also dumb enough to get absolutely shit faced on a Wednesday night. I'm not happy about that. That's not one of my proudest things I could ever say. Got shit faced on a Wednesday night.
But you could say it's an achievement.
It's an achievement, yeah. Good. Get fucking shit
Like
faced.
midweek drinking, what you saying?
I mean, I didn't go excessive. Like, when I used to drink a lot, I used to go excessive and go big and go home. And the last time I drank, I was fucked. I drank homemade wine, and let's just say, God, it killed me.
Like how much alcohol? Like how much volume?
So take the volume of standard wine.
Okay, so like around 30. Like
Alright, hold up. Let me bring up Google.
Alright.
What?
I feel like it's gonna be like strong.
Volume.
It ain't gonna be like it ain't gonna be that
Wine.
weak stuff. It's gonna be like really strong.
Yeah.
Wine is around about. Hold up. An average glass of wine contains around about 11% to 13% alcohol, but the bottle ranges from as little as 5.5% alcohol, but the volume as much as around 20% ABV. Give and take, I drank a litre and a half out of this bottle, and this was a 2-litre bottle, and I was fucking taking shots. I thought it was just cherry vodka. I was just taking shots, scullying that thing like there was no fucking tomorrow. That shit just killed me. So I was like, but I had a few beers. I scullied the first 2, and then I had another 3. I was like, all right. And I drank my last one slow, and then it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, I'll go get another 2 beers, and I just scullied them, and I was like, I'll go to bed now.
That's not really a good idea, is it? Like,
No, not really. I do a lot of stupid stuff. I think everyone realizes this time to time. I think we've realised now at the point of me always doing stupid stuff is always a good idea, but me doing stupid stuff whilst I'm drunk can sometimes become 2 kind of things. 1 being very dumb, or 2, the other being very great. We've had a lot of those dumb incidents, haven't we, Kara?
Yeah, I was just thinking that like back in the day.
Yeah.
We've done all that like dumb stuff like. But I actually kind of like miss like the like old days though, because I don't mean like I wouldn't do it all again. But I'd say I wish it was still a thing.
Yeah.
Because ever since we like that year 11, like everything's like got like really weird.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what happens when like you grow up though. You like start to like meet
mature.
Different. Yeah, mature, and like you're actually entering like the real world. Like,
yeah.
But don't you think, as we've got older, that you've met new people?
Oh god, yeah.
So where it used to be you and Cairo, now it's me or someone else, for example. Like
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. All of us in general, like growing old and maturing, we've actually come across new people, and like we've added them into our friends group, but we've only got a few people that we know IRL, for example, who are mature enough and we understand on a mutual level that we keep in our friend group. The people that we meet online and stuff, we're chill mates with them. We can sometimes be dickheads to each other, but we're mature enough to understand our limits and say, right, if we're going to push the limit, maybe don't be as much as a dickhead. But we're still chill, but we don't have the advantage of bringing them into our IRL friend groups. This is why we have 2 friend groups, for example, one being IRL and one being online.
where I think our real friend group is we can take more personal shots and jokes with each other and inside jokes than, say, for example, our online friend group where you don't actually know the person.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, Bevan, you can like quote me on this. Like you cannot have a joke back then. I feel like everyone was like too childish in like a sense that
Yeah.
they couldn't take a joke. Like they always had to take it that little bit further. Like
Yeah.
it just
Because
annoyed me.
Yeah, so because it was only recent, it was only like it was in year 10. I remember this. Nobody knew I was bisexual till I literally came out, and
Yeah.
there was a few people that were generally shocked. There was actually like, but he doesn't give off the vibes. You could look at him and think
Yeah.
he's a straight guy. He doesn't like boys or boys that way. And in fact, it actually shocked our old friend group. Like a few of them were
Yeah.
like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, I am bisexual. I feel attracted to men and women equally. And they were like, holy fuck.
But there
Uh,
was like some people that like was
there,
like you do
there was some
you.
people
Like,
that did take the piss and like
yeah.
tried to
But
mentally attack me, but half the time that resulted in me giving them a look and saying, "Shut up, or I'm gonna hit you." Or one kid, for
yeah.
example, who took it and I slapped him into a wall basically, which was quite funny.
Yeah.
Me being violent at the time because I didn't know how to control my anger at that point. I was quite unstable. God,
Yeah.
that incident I went through. It scars me to this day, but it's actually matured me a lot faster to understand, who I would ever trust in life. And the true people that actually stuck by my side and actually supported me through stuff. Like, the true people that I respect
Yeah.
highly of. Because respect and trust is given, but once you've broken that trust and respect, it's very hard to earn that back. If you if you have a fallout with someone and you're like, get back and you're like, man up and say, right, what we did, yes, I was a dick for doing that, and you're a dick for doing that. If you can both agree with it, it's like, you still got the mutual friendship there, but it's just going to be harder to build up the trust again, if you get what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
And coming in from I'm gonna say a third person perspective here, because I only met, I known Karo a little bit throughout the years,
Yeah.
but I'd never met you until when I started out hanging around with Karo regularly.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I know you guys' friendship's a lot closer to what I have with you. You're a lot closer to Kara because you've known him longer, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you guys talk all the time, and it just is a friendship at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You're like brothers to each other.
I feel like that's what you need like in life. If like you need that someone by your side that you can trust. Like if you have like just random people that you don't know by your side, they can like snake you or stab you in the back at any time.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why today's got like really like
It's got violence.
you can't trust no one. Like that's what I feel like. But,
True.
In today's society, it's basically fucked up.
I think it's all to do with social media, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, do you think like all these like stuff would be happening like with social media?
I think
back in the day, like nothing would like happen like this.
I think it's a lot easier now to text someone or put something on Facebook or anything like social media that is. So when you talk to someone face to face, for example, you can see their reaction and see what their, body language is and everything.
Yeah.
But when you like do it over Facebook, like you don't know what you can read it different ways, and that's where I think with social media stuff gets a bit kind of screwed up, where I could be like, like I can't think of an example obviously, but like say if I text you something, vlogger, and I was like, you can read that different ways, where I'm putting it as a joke and you maybe read it a certain way, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah. that is it basically.
Yeah. I feel like that's today's society, though.
And I don't think people can take jokes.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't think people can do that anymore these days.
Nah, with what's going on in life, one wrong slip up and you immediately get targeted and labelled if you make a joke.
Yeah.
So you generally have to be careful of what you say now.
Yeah.
It's basically a concept of you say one wrong thing, people are going to target you and label you as the bad guy. And with all the stuff that is going on in America, the UK, and stuff like that, it's basically when people are writing and stuff and they say we want this, we want that, we want everyone to be equal. It's basically communism if you look at it, because what communism did is where everyone had what they wanted, but no one was happy. Like, you couldn't go out and buy your own personal things and say, I have bought this, and this is mine. People would say, no, this is ours. So if I bought a new phone, I say, this is mine, I've worked for it, people would say, no, it is our phone.
Yeah.
This is why, it's kind of like an olden day war of what they did in Berlin.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like today, it's like everything. Like today's got really bad. But war is a massive part of it as well. If you think about it, like war between not against other countries, but it's against other towns and cities
and races and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. This world has got so bad because back in the days, this wouldn't be a thing.
No.
But also,
it's because of social media again.
Yeah. But also, I raised the Go ahead.
No,
but I raised the question that is if we wasn't all stuck in lockdown and stuff, and COVID-19 wasn't a thing, and we could freely move around, do you think that people would have that bad of a reception to what's going on in America now? Because they've got all this build up anger, they can't go do what they want, they have to put masks on and shit.
I don't think that has nothing to do with it. I think America has a shit way of handling criminal acts and their own ways, because it's just how. Why would you shoot someone for not getting restraint? He got tased before he got shot 6 or 3 times. Why? Why was that? Why was that necessary? You tased him. You could have just put him down on the floor. It's just, it blows my mind.
But you can see where I'm coming from with the whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like not every country is perfect, obviously.
Oh no, every country has got their unique flaws in them. That they'll have their own place, and people will not agree with it and stuff like that. But if you look at America right now, so since it's got race wars going on and stuff, if you look at it now, back in the old day, you had the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan. They were going around killing black people. Now you've got a Ku Klux Klan again, but instead of it being made up of white supremacists, it's now black people. Not to be racist or anything, but I have generally seen videos of black people going around in mass groups with guns, shooting white people. Which is, if you look at it, you'll think, hold up a minute, you're supposed to not do this sort of stuff. If you think all lives matter, all lives matter generally means it doesn't care if you're black, white, or brown. Yeah, it doesn't matter what race you are. Your life genuinely matters on this earth. You are going to contribute something in today's society. And you've got people going around trying to invoke communism in a way, and then you just got genuine people doing race wars of going at each other and killing each other. So what that's going to basically do for the economy is it's just going to tip the scales. It's going to unbalance it, and people are not going to know what to do. Which is going to be a genuinely genuine dark thing because at the moment no one can get jobs because of lockdown and stuff. No one can get a job. I've tried getting a job. I've looked on websites and stuff. No, can't get one. And it's like very tough for us because we are a young generation we basically have to take the next step in life and say, right, we're the adults now. We have to decide what happens in today's society. We've got to choose our next prime minister and stuff like that. And if we fuck up, it's gonna backlash on our community as like a whole. And if you think about it, if we decide to have kids, like when we're old enough, maybe in our 20s or 30s, if we decide to actually have our own kids, they're gonna have to do the same stuff that we've gone through, like go through school, college, relationship wises, and they're gonna have to choose what they want to do in life to contribute into today's society. But at the moment, today's society is just at war, and we can't do anything.
As you're going back against people shooting people, yeah. If all lives matter, say for example, the example you were talking about, yeah, where they're killing, them.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it right if they kill one of you, you go kill one back.
I think that's wrong because there is actually saying eye for an eye. If you think about it, like if someone kills someone for no reason, why people just want the justice? But I feel like it's wrong in a way if you're sentenced to death though. But it's kind of a deep topic, but
yeah. But it's the world we live in now. Really, we can't. It's got to be. It's very dangerous. The world we live in now. We generally have to put on the adult pants right now, because if we don't do it and we do it at a later stage, we're gonna scratching our heads thinking, fuck, we should have done this earlier.
Yeah.
This is why generally now since our friend group, a lot of us have matured since, and we look back and sometimes the old people that used to be in our friends group will still be cocking about and just doing this and doing that. We'll think, what are you doing? You look like a right twat doing that. And then they'll look at us and say, well, you're the same age and you'll be doing this, and be like, no, because we've matured enough. We know right from wrong as the. Because I still get the old dickheads coming around being cocky and arrogant, and we generally have to smile and say, yeah, jog on. We don't want to deal with you.
I feel like we should move on for a different topic.
Yeah, I was about to say it's kind of change the topic because we got a bit serious right now.
All right.
Yeah. What do you think? How's the gaming industry going? Because this kind of links to what we was talking about, in my opinion. When you hear about underage kids playing games, I was actually watching something the other day, and it was saying 50% of underage kids are playing COD and everything, and one mother actually died due to a kid playing COD and shooting his own mother in the head.
Yeah, I've heard about that because so Halo 3 when it had first came out, this was called the Halo effect. This person had bought Halo 3 and his grandma took it off him because he was just not listening and stuff. So she's like, right, since you bought your new game, I'm going to take it away from you as a punishment. What the kid did was he basically took the granddad's gun, shot his grandma, and when the granddad came back, he shot him just so he could play a game. And he wasn't 18. He was a young lad. And it's a true story. You can actually look it up. But younger people playing 18 plus rated games and stuff is not a good idea. Yes, it's kind of like the pros and cons. The cons meaning they're gonna try and think this is acceptable in today's society and stuff like that. But the good side about it is they kind of learn new stuff. They say, right, this is not real. This is a fictional game that I play for fun. And then they can go out into the real world and say, I have played this game, and they can talk about it like a mature adult. But we sometimes now, even when we we play a lot of comp CS, we still get a few young people in there screaming and shouting, and us ourselves, yes, we're genuine arseholes. We can get a little bit toxic, but that's just genuinely us. We're teens. We're basically arseholes. But like you were saying, the gaming industry has it shot up because there has been new games coming out. There's been some old remakes of the old games, which has been really good because I like the old school games. They're bringing a nice warm feeling to your heart.
Also, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, is it, where it's set in Egypt?
Yeah.
Yeah. I read a thing like a couple of years ago, or like 2 or like 1, where or watched something about it where it's actually helping like kids learn about history because it's in a video game format where it's like not in words, it's like explain kind of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how like people can learn better as well, because people like spend most days on the technology, right? Kids know how to use it. Like, I feel like online schools like helps as well.
Yeah.
It's because over quarantine, I was actually enjoying it. I was actually finding it more helpful. But I don't know. I don't know if that's just me or like would everyone prefer that?
Like getting stuck in like a classroom, for example, like they're the most deadest place like in the world. Like you need to be in I think you need to be in an environment where you can learn, where like it's not like where you think you can learn, like for like Cairo, when he was online, that was perfect for him. Like, not sometimes it's not always the best for the teachers to put you where they think you need to learn. Like
Yeah.
Some people learn by just sitting there reading a book. Like, I know it sounds boring, but some people like need to watch a video, or some people need to get hands on with it.
Yeah. So some people get on with a hands-on approach and they learn from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Some people learn different ways. Because our friend group, we learn different ways. We've mostly learned from gaming and from hands-on approaches, but each individual person in our friends group have learned from different things. Like Cairo finds it easier to do online classes. I find it easier to go on for a hands-on approach. I don't know what you feel like is comfortable for you, like hands-on approach, online reading, stuff like that.
It just depends what class it is. Like English and maths is probably online because it like we use so much technology for online, even though we're in the classroom, like Google Docs, Google Slides, and shit.
Yeah.
Where online it was just at our fingertips. We didn't have to log in because we were already logged in. And like some stuff needs a hands-on approach, I feel, and some stuff need to be online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think about like GCSEs like fucking up like COVID? Because like I feel like some kids might be angry, like they was getting good grades and then they could have like ended up with like really bad grades. I feel like that's a big setback.
I was doing really good on my college course. I was like like my because I was doing level 2 computer science, as you lot know, at the time. So every assignment I was given, I would give it my minimum, which was a pass, and they would say, right, you can have another go and get a higher level. And sometimes I wouldn't even just go for a pass. Sometimes I would literally just go for merits. And I was getting merits in all my passes. The exams, I just got a standard pass, which I was happy about. So I was like, right, if I keep my standard passes going and I keep getting merits and stuff, I'm going to pass this course and I know what I'm going to be doing. But since COVID had like messed all that up, I had basically missed out on the opportunity of coding and programming, which was really good. And I really got annoyed at that. But luckily enough, I did pass my course, which I'm still happy about. Because I know you two were doing future careers paths, weren't you? So you were basically learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now you're doing level 2, what I used to do.
Yes.
Yeah. Trust me, it's really easy. You'll easily understand it.
Yeah.
I hope so.
If not, I can literally teach you myself.
Yeah.
It's just quite easy. except from coding.
Give you another lesson.
Yeah, I'll teach you.
Give you another video. Give you another video idea.
Yeah, how to build a computer. It's quite easy.
Yeah. In gaming news today, the new NVIDIA RTX
graphics card.
Graphics cards were they released today or were they for pre-order today? I know.
Let me have a look for you.
I think they were pre-order only today though.
I don't know, but I know they're powerful.
Yeah, it's a 3080. These are huge. These are big graphics cards.
These are going to bring so much to gaming. Developers are going to have so much more like rendering capabilities and stuff.
Oh god, yeah. Get your hands on the new NVIDIA RTX 3080 graphics card, a GPU that is finally powers 4K 60 FPS gaming in a better for $700. That's good. A graphics card that literally renders like GPU that finally powers at 4K at 60 FPS. 60 FPS is just standard in most games.
Yeah,
stuff like that, you're just gonna be flying in the FPS.
Mm-hmm. Like it's gonna push the COD because COD's coming out, and I'm guessing straight off the bat that will have support for the new 3080, and that's just gonna look amazing. I feel like.
The 3080, surprisingly, they've actually gone for decent pricing on it. They haven't gone out.
How much
like the 2080 when it first came out, it was really expensive. I'm literally having a look at some of the 30 what's you call them? 3080s right now. They go for $760 to near enough lowest is $700.
That's like a 20, like I'd say right around now.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
So they've genuinely lowered the price for people, so people can actually generally get their hands on it and say, right, this is a really good graphics card, and give off their reviews of it.
Mm-hmm.
This is really good.
Yeah, I was watching a streamer YouTube video about the 3080,
yeah,
and I'm just going to use Fortnite for example because that's what he was playing at the time.
Yeah.
With Fortnite, you can see reflections now with the graphics card. Your skin will be able to bounce off stuff. Isn't that mad? Like
that is mad.
For a 3D game to be able to do, like, a cartoon style, and they've worked it so they can have reflections.
The gaming industry is going mad when it comes to new games and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, another topic, boys. What actually got us all into gaming?
Well, I feel like I feel like it's more of a question like who inspired you to. It's not like a question how did you get into. I feel like you've got to like watch it to get into it. You can't just get into something without having an idol for it. It's just like saying, "Oh, I want to play football just because I want to."
Yeah.
It's like I want to play football because that person does, and I want to be like him. I don't feel like
an inspiration.
Because I when I wanted to do gaming, it's because I watched Dr. Disrespect as like my first streamer ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he was funny at the time, like back in like 2016, and I was only like 14 or like 15, and I wanted to be like him. So I played the games that he played, and I enjoyed it, and then I expressed like other games. Like when Fortnite came out, I played that when it came out, and I was just like, I just like gaming. Like every time I'd come back from school and just game, like. But now, in my opinion, like I play certain games because I feel like I found out what games I like and what games I don't. Like you kind of look at a game and you say, "Oh, I like the look of that," or "I don't like the look of that."
Yeah.
But with our friend group, we all have different game tastes in a way. Yeah, we do play CS, but we don't all play the same game all the time. So, like, yeah, I think we just have games installed that we all play just for fun. We don't like some games that we all play. Like so, me, you, Cairo, and a couple other friends of ours will just play that game just because it's fun to mess around in. Where like comp CS, where we're all comming and know what we're doing, kind of thing. Like we have that good balance of
communication.
Get shit done, but get shit done in a fun way. Like
we can like mess about 90% of the time, but we can still take it quite seriously and say, right, given the 5% of the serious note, the other 95% will just mess about, but we still communicate like we're strategical.
Yeah.
We've done that with a lot of first-person shooters or third-person shooters that we've played recently, like Tom Clancy, The Division. That was a really good game that we actually played when it was a free trial. And we were just going through them. We were just going through missions after missions, but we were not. In a sense of messing about, we messed about a bit, but like strategical wise, we were just actually communicating. Let's say, right, we've got a few enemies up on the right, we've got a few enemies up on the left. We've got purple dudes, we've got gold dudes. Kind of pinned down, can someone place a turret here, and I'll chuck my turret out so they'll take out and damage other enemies. Like, we were doing those sorts of senses of, like, communicating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed that.
That was a really good game.
That was a really fun 8 hours.
Those 8 hours were worth it, though.
Yeah. We also with Ark.
Oh, Ark, yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, we raid bases, but we raid it in such a fun way that what we ever do doesn't get old. Like, I think the hardest raid we've ever done as a group is, on Rag in it was on Rag, basically, let's say. Yeah. And it's like the one that was on the hill.
Oh yeah, the Hill Basin Rag.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The audience won't understand it, but yeah, I do get what you're talking about.
That was fun.
I feel like it's not official yet, but I have actually been considering about becoming an actual like Ark YouTuber / streamer. I've been like really considering it, but I just need like people to play it with. Like, you can't play Ark solo all the time. It's just like so. It gets on your mind that I wish I had friends to play with because it takes so long. It'd be so quickly. But
even when we played it in a 2 Cairo, it's been kind of a long grind, and then when we played it as a 3, it is a grind, but having more people makes it fun. I feel like.
Like I remember the time when we messed about and you gave me tech armor, and I'm like, oh, what can I do with some of the abilities? And I had like a tech sword, and I was just messing about. You're like, oh, if you hold down control, you could just sprint. I'm like, all right, and you just literally see me going around in the cave going, meow. And I'm like, what? And I was flying around, like speeding. It was amazing.
Wasn't that the night you?
I raged, yeah.
I feel like that's another version of Ark, like unofficial. I love unofficial compared to official. Because unofficial, you can get straight into PvP. You can breed dinos really quickly. I feel like if you play unofficial and stream it and record it, more people will start to play it as well. And that's how games get big, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just from the people who play it, just get the viewers. Really addicted to the game, and I feel like that helps in a sense.
From the sense of I've done a little bit Ark streaming through the last server we played, and I've streamed Fortnite, and I've sat on 1 or 2 views,
yeah.
But with Ark, I feel like I'm only playing Fortnite and streaming it because it's relevant.
Yeah, I get what you mean. You play the games and you stream them because it's more relevant and people are interested in them instead of the old school games.
Yeah, but Ark has been so much fun. It's more relaxed. You can talk to chat. To be completely honest,
you can alternate between 2 things. You can talk to your teammates and stuff and get stuff done whilst you communicate with your chat. Yeah.
You been doing any streaming / video creation, vlogger?
Streaming, no, sadly. Streaming was going off on a grind because I remember this was I was so when I had first hit affiliate, and I was really happy about that because I started getting back into streaming, and I was like, right, I'm putting on the coat again, saying, right, this is what I want to do. This is I want to provide entertainment and like content for people to watch and laugh at. And like times to times it would just be chill, and then sometimes I'd be like really happy because it would take off.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes when it does take off, it does come at a cost because when it first took off, and this was a big shock to me, and I was really happy about it. You will get people trying to like buddy and like try to be your friend just to use you for clout and fame, which was like I did get a lot of that, and I did get, and most of the majority, and this is not me being sexist, the vast majority of it was girls direct messaging me, and sometimes the direct messages that they sent me were very sexual and explicit, and I was very scarred from the messages that I've seen. Christ.
So both of you are Twitch affiliates, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does it become more difficult when you're a Twitch affiliate because like you are kind of signed with Twitch, but then you've got to like kind of behave in a way like where now you can't play music on Twitch. Basically, you have to play copyrighted free.
Yeah.
Where, like, do you feel like more of a pressure because you're just gonna be like, Twitch is gonna check my channel just in case I have like copyrighted music or something on, like,
yeah,
that's gonna earn me a strike and that's gonna get me kicked out of the stream.
Yeah.
Do you find that, or
in a sense, yes, because with YouTube in a way, because I do YouTube and Twitch, YouTube in a way, they've got the free copyright. It's not copyright. Because I do record OC videos, they will get a copyright claim, but that doesn't put a strike on my channel. It's not like a serious offence. If it's a serious offence, it gets a strike. If it keeps going on, then you get your channel terminated. But in a sense with Twitch, they kind of copied the idea, but they've made it more strict. So streamers have to generally be careful because one slip up, and that could literally mess up their career, which is like really upsetting for most people.
Do you find that at all, Caro, or
not really? I feel like once you're affiliated, I feel like that's a good achievement. Like, I'm not saying like once you've hit it, like stop like being who you are just because you hit that affiliate. If you get what I mean, like if you once you hit that affiliate, that means you've achieved something on Twitch. So why not go for the next achievement?
Yeah.
Partner.
And I feel like when people get affiliate, they think they're
big.
A top streamer, yeah.
Yeah.
But 90% of people on Twitch are affiliated.
Yeah.
And the last 10% are partners.
Yeah.
It's a big step to try and get partner. And it's a genuine commitment. You have to literally sit down and think to yourself, all right, I have to plan this. This is what I have to do to get it. This is what I have to do to try and achieve my goal. But genuinely, if you do become a partner, sometimes partners aren't really nice to other people. Because I know some of us have actually met other streamers. Because before, as you know, I used to play like a lot of VR chat, and I come across like streamers. But the other streamers, I would genuinely talk to time to time. I wouldn't literally I wouldn't stay there and be chill constantly. I'd maybe pop in and say hi and how you doing. But the connection of what I have with other streamers is because I joined an old friend of mine who had recently became a streamer, and it took off for him like really well, and I'm really proud of for him to achieve all of this. But when I sat down and talked to him and say, yeah, my life hasn't been good, and I told him what happened, and I I did explain a bit my life did kind of change for the best, not for the worse. His response did kind of shock me to when he just said, wow, that is dark. He didn't give the fact of saying, I'm happy that you are safe and okay. He just kind of paid attention to his viewers, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
I think sometimes, and this is not a shot at anyone before someone wants to take this clip out of context or something. Yeah? not a shot at anyone. But some streamers are just. I'm not gonna. How can I put this without looking an arsehole?
Two-faced.
Like ego.
Nah, like they're just different off stream to on stream.
Oh yeah,
Two-faced.
so basically two-faced. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, they act different on stream, but in real life they act like a dickhead and a prick.
Yeah.
I know what you're on about, and I think I know who you're on about, but
yeah,
That
I would agree with you on that.
that's something I hate because when we was back in Cranbourne, I hated it. I'm not gonna say who, but yeah.
Yeah,
I think you know.
we knew a few people who were stream and they were like, be very cheerful and stuff on stream, but when they were off stream and they were literally
a
face
load
to
of
face,
PC. Yeah.
yeah, they would just be a genuine arsehole.
Yeah, I'm not taking a shot at anyone there, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, even with YouTubers, it's still like that. Like, some can be pricks offline to others. Like, take it. I'm gonna use this as an example, yeah. And if you don't know this, you don't know this. Pokimane, yeah.
Yeah.
This is old news, but she was like, she had a beef with a BR YouTuber called It's a Gundam, yeah.
Yeah.
She personally went for him and his sponsors, took a little bit of break off the internet and said sorry, yeah. But I don't think that's okay, using power to basically try to ruin someone's career.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they made a 35-minute rant video about you. All right, cool. Take criticism, learn from that, and then just brush it off. Like, in my head, if you know you're getting hate, you know you've kind of made it. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like people only hate because they're jealous, of, like what you're doing and like who you are. Because I feel like people want to be that person.
The envious.
Exactly. Because I was watching something the other day, and like this kid would bully him, but back in the day, that kid used to support him, like who he was, and like when he got big, that's when he started to like talk like bad stuff about him. Just because he got big and he forgot about that one person, it doesn't mean that they've actually forgot about you. It just means that they just need like time, I guess, to like get used to stuff.
Yeah.
But for example, I don't think none of us would do it here. Let's say you, Karo, you, or me got big. I would like to say we wouldn't forget who the people were when we were small, supporting us all the way through, like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like when you like in year 11 when you like finish school, I think there's like that a little worry, like everyone has it, that is that person still gonna talk to me? Is that person still gonna talk to me? Am I gonna lose contact with that person? And it does happen. Like I have like not talked to like most of the people that I used to talk to at school.
Yeah.
And I don't regret it. I do, but shit happens. You lose some, you make some, I guess. But just try and keep like all the friends you can. Like it helps you.
Like, so, like in our friend group, yeah, Vlogger, you still play a massive part in it, yeah.
Yeah.
Where going back to like late last year, where like we were all in thingy together.
Yeah.
Like we used to see each other every day.
Yeah.
And then you kind of has moved on, done your own thing, mad respect. But that still leaves us where we are, even though we're doing more stuff. But you're still a big part of the friend group,
Yeah.
Even though we might not see you every day.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Because I've had to do a different career change, but I've not moved on and forgotten about all my good friends that supported me. I've stayed, and I still give mad respect to everyone. Yeah, I do get what you mean.
Even with Cairo, I think he feels the same way. If not, Cairo, just speak up about it.
No, I've said what I've said. Like at the end of the day, it's up to like your personality and what you think. You can't change what other people think or like. you just got to accept that, I guess.
Yeah. Anything else you want to speak about, Vlogger?
Ooh, that's a good topic to talk about. Things that we regret. Like what have we done that we have regretted?
I don't know. That's kind of a tricky one, like to think of the spot. Like when I do something bad, I think about like what I've done bad.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, have you ever just like sat down and think like, what would I regret?
What did I just do? Yeah.
Or like, what the fuck have I just done?
Yeah.
And it takes like me like a good like 10 seconds or like good like minute just to think like what I've done. And you can't really think about it when you're doing it, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Like when you're doing the action of like something, you don't think anything of like you're doing anything wrong. But I feel like once you've done it and like think about it, you get to know what you did wrong in like that situation, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
does anyone have one? If not,
Oh, go on.
Go ahead.
I do regret, as you lot know, since I do like a lot of stupid stuff, but I do them just to know what it's like. Sometimes like I'll look at them and think, no, that's a really stupid idea to do. I'm not going to do that. But the one thing that I had told myself not to do, and I'm not going to be like hidden about it. I'm going to be quite honest and open about it. Is me smoking weed. I have done it. I'm not like going to be a coward and say I haven't done it, because everyone's going to try it at least. Yeah, everyone's going to at least try it once in their life.
All right, cool, yeah.
But I had regret doing it, because during the time of me getting my hands on it and smoking it, I was not using it for a medical purpose, because you can get prescribed marijuana for legal purposes. But what I was doing was I was using it for one day I got it. I was like, no, I just want to get high. I just want to feel this. I want to know what it feels like.
Yeah.
And the other time when I had saved it and I was not myself, I was really I hated myself, because I was going through a lot of stuff, and I had a few people just basically looking at me and just basically attacking me mentally, not physically. And I just couldn't be bothered to defend myself. I would just stood there and took the shots. And they weren't doing it in a way that we do. It's we joke around. We'll maybe take a shot at each other. But these lot were genuinely bullies, and they were going for me. I did it just to forget and numb the pain. That's what I do. Regret me going to drugs as a resort to forget that pain, instead of being like a man and blocking them at just there and then.
Yeah. But that could be a lot easier said than done.
I feel like that's what most people resort to, though. Like drugs, alcohol.
It just takes your mind off it.
It just helps with the depression, I guess, in some people's minds. But it doesn't. I feel like when talking about earlier with friends and that, the more you have to stand by you, the more it will help.
Yeah.
And if you are feeling like that, please get some help. Reach out to someone. And no, you're not alone with that kind of stuff. Tell someone. I know it's easier said than done, but if you can take anything away from this podcast, please do that. And I think the two boys here will say the same.
I either talk to someone or I feel like talk to someone or read or watch something that makes you feel more happier. Because once you're sad, you think of really bad stuff. You think of shit stuff when you're sad. I get what you mean, but I feel like people just don't talk to no one. People just don't talk about the issues. And that's how people commit you know what I mean, That's how people like lose their lives, just by depression.
Yeah.
And it's sad,
Yeah.
but those people don't get help because they think they can't be helped.
And they think everyone hates them, and
Exactly.
yeah. My one, it's gonna be generic but true. I had friends back like ages ago, but like what Karo said is I haven't talked to them just because we don't do the same like things, like, you know, no more.
Yeah.
Like they've kind of gone their way, I haven't gone, and I've gone my way, and like yeah, you could say, oh yeah, why don't you call them? But then you got to look at it like, why don't they call me and shit? Like, you know, just kind of leave it at that. But you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I get what you mean.
Yeah.
The world is a strange place.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
It's one of life's great mysteries of why are we here.
Why do you think we're here?
I generally don't know.
Why do you think we're right here where we are right now?
Why?
Yeah.
Because we probably all have a purpose at the end of the day, even if it's to just have a kid and then die.
I mean,
carry on the fact.
There must have been a way that we were created, like at the start. Like how did humans existed? They said like by monkeys or something, but
like evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I do kind of get what you mean, where we can sometimes sit down and scratch our head and think, why are we here?
What is our purpose? Yeah. Cara, you got one to share or?
Not really.
Fair enough.
I feel like what needs to be said has been said in terms of the topic.
Vlogger, you got another topic to talk about?
Communities. Discord communities.
Alright.
That's a good one to talk about, because there's a few of them out there, and some of them are very dodgy.
Yeah.
There will be a link to Vloggers community, by then. Should be down below.
As the time of when we're doing this podcast, we are generally sat in the private room called doing this podcast in the community.
That's actually facts.
Facts, yeah. If you go down in the link, in the description, there should be a link in there. Or if Vlogger really wants to, he might put it up on screen for you.
And maybe some of you can join us on the next podcast as guests.
Yeah,
that's a shout. Yeah, I'm down to get a few people in here for the next podcast.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
So yeah. So as I was saying, there's Discord communities. There's a few of them out there, because so you know when you first build your community, you get like your standard chats. So you got your general chat for people to come join in, say welcome, thanks, and talk to each other. You got your gaming stuff where you talk about games you like and share some pictures and stuff. Then sometimes you got like Discord servers with NSFW chats, which are very dodgy now.
Yeah.
Because we used to have a Discord NSFW chat in this server, but we had to sit down and think this is not kind of what we want in the community, because the community was growing at the time, and it still is, but there was like younger people coming in and saying yes, I am 18, and getting access to that chat, because it was a hidden role that you had to get for. So we generally had to get rid of it, because some people were posting. Like, if I didn't look at that chat time to time I would just find 2 or 3 that I've NSFW pictures that I've got from a game that were it's from a game, it's fictional, and I know the character is over 18, so I ain't catching cases, and I would drop them in there and not have a look. But sometimes I would literally, and I saw some people were posting underage NSFW pictures, and we were like, no, that's not acceptable. We had to delete that. We said we put in the rules no underage or explicit lolly stuff like that, because that is genuine red flags. And a few people got mad and they left, and we knew, right, no, those were dodgy people.
Yeah, and I feel like anyone like that should just be disowned from a Discord community and just put in their own and just do their sick, twisted shit in there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Because I've seen a few NSFW communities. I've been in one, and like I've just sat there, had a look here, and I was like, alright. But when I was looking through like some of the chats, I was like, some of them were normal and stuff like that. But when I did see the last one was like explicit. It did say lolly NSFW, and I said no, I'm leaving this community. I don't want anything to do with it. I didn't look at that chat because I didn't even want to trust it. I didn't even want to know if it was just like a meme that someone just put, "Ha, you're a pedo," or just some actual sick, twisted fucking post of that sort of stuff. I'm like, no, still not acceptable.
Fair enough.
Discord's a nice place, but it's very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, and also just don't click on links that people send you.
Unless if you trust them.
Yeah.
Unless if you genuinely know it's a secure link, yes, click it. But I've had a few people try to grab my IP. Because I kicked a person out of this community recently because they told someone to basically kill themselves. And I literally joined in because they messaged me and I said, don't you dare ever tell someone to do that. That is not acceptable and that is just wrong. And I basically banned them. They're not coming back. And they started messaging one of the members that they were friends with in the server. And they said, bad mistake, I'm going to DDoS him. So I messaged him and I said, right, what's my IP? He said, what? I said, what's my IP? It's like, I'm too lazy to do that. I'm like, right, what's my IP? So I was just generally calling him out for his bullshit, saying like, he was going to DDoS me. Because you will get genuine cunts that do that. They'll threaten you. And they'll try to make you like scared. And like, make you a bottom bitch and basically say that I want you to do this for me. Don't take shit like that from people. Be the bigger man and like stand up and go, no, that's not acceptable. In the sense of basically take a tablespoon of cement, take that, harden the fuck up, become an adult, and look at them in the eyes and say no.
Yeah.
And just walk away. It's the best way to do it.
Anything else to say, boys? Or
not really. I feel like we've covered most of the stuff.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of stuff on this podcast.
Yeah. I feel like, how long have we been talking for? Like, I feel like people are getting bored already.
We've always been talking for an hour.
Yikes.
Yeah. This will probably be, I don't know what Vlogger's gonna do, but this will probably be cut down to 30 minutes.
No, I'll keep it. I'll keep it as it is. I'll add in the intro.
I feel like this thing could be a weekly thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down and intrigued to do that. Make this a weekly podcast.
But would we source people from the community and
I would generally like to ask people from the community, like give us like topics to talk about on a podcast. I genuinely would be happy about that.
Yeah.
This is
or in the comments.
Yeah, comments will also do it as well.
But also, well, we know what we're like, boys. We do. And don't say we don't. We'll say we'll do one next week, and then 2 weeks will go past and be like, oh fuck, we haven't done that.
Nah, I will be determined. I will be determined because I generally quite like podcasts. I watch True Geordie a lot, and I love his podcasts. So doing podcasts would actually be a really fun idea to do because it gives us something to do.
True, you could just sit down and talk to like about your feelings about like stuff that you want to talk about. Do like
what? On a bigger note, what are we gonna call this?
Oh, that's a genuine thing. I wouldn't actually know what to call it.
We'll figure it off. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, figure it off of recording. Yeah.
Otherwise, we're gonna be here for another hour just trying to think of
boys, you got anything to say before we end the podcast?
Not really.
Nah, it's a goodbye from me.
Yeah, same.
Alright, but we'll catch you all later. Come join the community because we're all here. You can always just at us and talk to us. You can give us ideas and new stuff to talk about in the podcast. And as Kara said, we can actually bring other people from the community into the podcast, so we actually get new people featured.
Yeah. So you don't have to listen to us all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
we can let someone else do the talking next week, boys.
Yeah, as we say, we'll see you lot in the next podcast.